Hello.
Hello. This is Assistant Secretary Walsh from the Department of Homeland Security. Do not be alarmed. If you are safe, stay where you are. Do not attempt to leave.
Who is it, Rob?
We will be in contact again shortly. Until then, know that help is on the way. Hello. This is Assistant Secretary Walsh from the Department of Homeland Security. Do not be alarmed. If you are safe, stay where you are. Do not attempt to leave.
Oh my God.
That's not enough. You have to create, and it has to be better than what you were disrupting. That's a lot to do with an optimistic attitude after what we've been through. So, get ready. Survival is the topic. We need to go back to basics. Everybody needs to be prepared and go back to basics for at least to be able to sustain your immediate family, community, or yourself for at least 2 weeks. I remind you, the supply chain in the United States is 3 days from truck to the shelf that you buy it from. 3 days. If you don't believe me, just Google the last snowstorm or whatever interruption that happened. Y'all can't be fighting over fucking toilet paper, okay? You're gonna have to figure out how to wipe your butt without it. There's bidets everywhere in Europe, and they're cleaner. But that's about running water, okay? You might not have it. You might not have running water. You might live somewhere where you have a well and you have running water, but then you need to secure the electricity that runs your well, either through solar or batteries or generator or whatever you're going to do. Let's not go there. But you need to be thinking about it because you can't depend on the things that just come. They're not going to be there for a number of reasons. And I can give you links and conspiracy, which is truth. But you just need to have at least 2 weeks of food, of water, of knowing what you're going to do, who you're going to be with, what's acceptable and what's not, what will you be able to tolerate and what will you not. I'm camping, which implies going to the bathroom in the woods. If you're not all right with that, you need to sort that now, because your toilet might stop flushing. And if you have enough water, you can make it flush by pouring it in. I learned that when the water went out in Arizona, and I had a whole pool that I could pull water out of to make the toilet flush. But people that didn't have pools, they couldn't flush, all right? It was one flush, and that's it. It's too bad the Boy Scouts were so, kind of looked down on when I was growing up. Oh, you were a nerd or whatever. Because there were some really valuable things. And I lived in a tent. For 2 summers, I lived in a tent. And, plumbing was a mile away, or at least a half a mile away. But I wouldn't trade that time for the world. And it did prepare me for what we're going towards. And you need to be prepared. And that was the motto, be prepared. Nature is beautiful, but not if you're equipped. If you're not equipped to be able to, survive in it, you want your citronella candle. You want your mosquito net, all right? You can sleep outside if bugs aren't biting you. But you need to think about this now. I'm just the messenger on this one, but I'm living it in reality, all right? Chosen reality to some extent. But this could very well be the status quo for a month or 2 while things are sorted. If the electricity goes out, if the water, as a result of the electricity going out, the water doesn't get cleaned and doesn't get pumped and doesn't get to where you need it to be. If you're in an area that doesn't rain enough, that you can't collect the water, if there's no way to buy water, all right? You just got to think about these things. You do. It's coming. It is. Why is it coming? Not only is it coming because it's going to be forced on us, but it's coming because we are drawing it in. We want to get rid of the nonsense, and unfortunately, we're going to have to do without for a while to get rid of the nonsense and then build it back afterwards. That's just what we've signed up for at this point, and we want to get rid of the nonsense. So don't become a slave to running water or air conditioning, etc. Know that your car may not start if there's an EMP. Know that you can't trust the water to be clean or to not have fluoride to the point that it shuts your damn body off. You might need some purification tablets, or you might need to buy water. And buying water that is in plastic containers is different than going to a clean spigot and grabbing water somehow through a bucket or whatever. Plastic is not your friend. Plastic's great for some things, not necessarily from, drinking out of. Especially when the sunlight has been on that plastic and caused the plastic to kind of lose its whatever structure and mix with the water or whatever's in there. Coke, Diet Coke, whatever. Plastic, you can tell, tastes different than when you drink it out of a glass bottle, right? When you drink something out of a glass versus plastic, you know this. You already know this. So apply it to where it matters, okay? You're not going to haul water in glass to flush your toilet with, but you will think about it before you drink it. As long as you shift your ideas. Think about who you want to ride out the next time the music stops. Because the music will stop again. Remember musical chairs when COVID happened and the music stopped and we were all stuck in one place? Well, last time it was because of masks, laws, and fear, right? But this time, it might be out of logistics. You might be stuck in your home with whoever was there when the music went off. So make sure you're surrounded by people that can pull their weight and that you want to be around. That's my suggestion. Also, it wouldn't hurt to think about the basics of what you need to be happy in the absence of Wi-Fi. Because there will be interruptions to Wi-Fi going forward. I guarantee it. There will be options. There will be eruptions, actually. This is a point, and go research it. If you live near Yosemite, for example, or Etna in Italy, there are predictions. Not that it'll happen or not. It's more like what would it take to survive it and to exist through it, which that's what's valuable, okay? Some of it is pretty bleak. It involves traveling more than, a couple hundred miles away from the epicenter of it. This spans 5 states for Yellowstone, I believe. If a major event happens there and there's soot and ash in the sky for 5 states and you have to leave those 5 states, that's something to think about. You could also stay there if you had the right equipment, if you were far enough away from it, if you had the air filtration systems ready to go, if you had, the support mechanisms and you weren't exactly near it. It's survival. It's all survivable, but not if you're not thinking and if you're letting somebody else solve the problem for money, because that's not going to work in the future. It's not. By design, it's not. They are going to take us down to the low point, and then they're going to see, it's going to be like, let's hold them there. Let's hold them there for like a month. See who survives. See what happens. Because it's not in the psychopath's benefit to kill us all. No, they need somebody to be slaves. So they will wait till you're gasping and then they'll start turning it up again. They'll be like, all right, let's let the trucks come in. Let's fix a road. Let's let the trucks come in with water. Maybe we get some people airdropping stuff down and, just bypass it. I cannot believe the people that were making bunkers back in 20 years ago, I'm kind of yeah, they had it right. I know they were kind of forward-thinking and they were fear-mongering, which isn't the right way to live. But now is time. It is time to be keeping the extra containers of water. It is time to be buying maybe that solar panel that charges a phone that isn't a smartphone even. Or making sure that you have a mosquito net if you're going to camp. Camping's great as long as you have the stuff and you're all right with it. You could have this as your campground, the ocean or a lake. But you're not going to be comfortable if you don't have just clean water and a way to keep the mosquitoes away and a way to eat. You're not going to be happy. just think about going camping for 4 weeks for me, all right? Think about, what if I had to go camping for 4 weeks? What did I need? What do I need? And don't go crazy on it. But, you know, you need a way to cook if you're going to eat that. Or you need like rations or something that's you can eat that doesn't require preparation. And you need water. And sanitary stuff, if you must have, you know, what you're used to, get it now. Otherwise, go get the baby wipes. Go get the baby wipes. Because you might need them, and you might be a happier person able to survive what's coming if you have your 2 extra packages of baby wipes just for you. Everybody's different. Nobody's telling you what you need to survive. You've got to pick for yourself. Start thinking about it. September is significant. I would have your supplies together before the end of the year. September is significant. If not, you're ready for the winter. This is not doomsday, okay? This is just being practical. 3 days for the shelves to empty for supply chain. So if there's no gas, we've seen that before. Arizona and California, gas line breaks. There's no refineries. Gas goes to $7 a gallon. All the trucks are like, kind of like, well, it's not worth it. I mean, that's the real thing. It's not like they're stuck, right? It's like, oh, we don't make any money. It's sick. It really is sick. But then the prices start going up, right? We don't need that either. So buy your 2 pounds of spaghetti. Buy your 2 pounds of pasta and rice and whatever else that you can sustain yourself and your family on. Have the water. Have the water in a closet and just do it. Maybe you don't need it. Fine. Be prepared. Cheers.
There are churches everywhere. There are just churches in this whole country as a church. And then there's one in the train station too. Can't we get extra Johns?